Karibu sana mpenzi mtazamaji wa Inka TV. Leo tuko katika Restoration Center. Tumekuja kuinteract na vijana hapa tujue ni aje walifika hapa, what exactly happens here and their journey so far. Sahi niko na kijana mmoja nataka kuongea na yeye, atubongeshe tu tujue story yake ni vipi, bila alifika hapa, growing up and everything up to this point exactly. So introduce yourself to the viewer. Utuambie majina yako kamili, mahali ume grow up, your journey so far, tu kila kitu mpaka venye umefika hapa kwa Restoration Center.
Sawa. So mimi naitwa Alex Mbugwa. Nimetoka sides za Kangemi, Mountain View area. That's where I've grown up. So we are a family of 3. Me, my mom and my sister. So growing up it wasn't tough. I wouldn't call it tough.
Oh, your mom is a single mom?
Yeah, my mom is a single mom. She's raised me single-handedly. So tulikuwa tume grow up like home setting. It was extended family based. So uncles were around, aunties were around. So it was a tight-knit family and stuff. But after nikiwa I think class 4 hivi, ndio mama ka move. Tuka move now to sides of Lavington. So moving to those sides of Lavington, I wouldn't say I've had good schooling. I went to good schools. Went to Makini School, cleared Makini into 2007. Then after Makini nikaenda Pioneer. Pioneer nika clear 2011. Then 2012 ndo nikaingia uni. Nilanga Catholic.
Ulifanya yani hiyo time umegrow yote ya primary ukafika seko, hakuna anything ilikuwa issue, home ulikuwa tu poa?
Hapo kila kitu ilikuwa sawa.
You're the first born ama last born?
I'm the first born. I mean the first born. Hapo kila kitu ilikuwa sawa. There were no issues. But now after tuseme high school, sasa venye niliingia campus. So first year, second year, it was still everything ilikuwa poa, bado nilikuwa sitasema grade A student, but the grades were okay.
Your average?
Yeah, average.
Okay.
Okay, zilikuwa sawa, zilikuwa mbaya. But kufika third semester hapo ndio nikajuana na sinajua now getting into the cliques.
Yes.
Identify now these are your people. Yeah. Friends now. So that's when I'd say I had my first taste of alcohol. So it started third year.
So first
year, third semester. Yeah, third semester, because as we used to do trimesters.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
join course gani?
Mimi nilijoin kufanya law. Yeah.
You wanted to be a lawyer?
I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay. That's nice.
And so met a few guys. So just once we decided let's go out. And that innocent going out ndio was my first experience to drink. So venye tulikunywa hiyo day nikaona hii kitu si mbaya. It makes you unaweza try yani you feel. But sasa hapo ndio nikaanza, at that time at least ndasema I had control. I wasn't over drinking to the point that I black out or such stuff.
And ilikuwa willingly ama you felt like you need to drink because your friends told you to, ama you wanted to fit in?
I wanted to fit in, let's call it that. I wanted to fit in because if you're not drinking, like you can't chill with these people because it looked like the cool thing at the time to do. Yeah, and so from there, those became my friends. Those were the guys who we pushed from that first year to fourth year. Some of them, because some of them dropped out. Yeah, but
they dropped out along
the way. Some got too much into it. I lost a few friends as well. Yeah.
Did it affect your performance in school? At that time the drinking wasn't too much.
Okay, I did because you stop attending some classes. So some Fs start popping in there nini. So mzazi akiuliza unasema lecturer ndio mtiaji. Unasema the lecturer was the one who's anakuonea. But that wasn't the case. It was because I wasn't attending the classes and all that.
Because you were going out to drink?
Because I was going out to drink.
Yeah.
Then from there, as in the course should have taken 3 years because I told you we were doing trimesters. Yani 1 year you do 3 semesters. But I think I took 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, double the time.
at home, what were they saying? Like they don't realize you're taking longer than usual?
No, okay. You know, as young guys, there are these lies that you take back home. You can.
Unaweza sema kitu juu ni campus.
Yeah.
Hakuna mtu anaenda kuuliza sana.
Hakuna mtu anaenda kuuliza sana. Una forge transcripts, unapeleka transcripts home. So mzazi akiona transcript anasema well done nini. Akiuliza unamwambia shule imeisha. But sasa venye degree iko inafika home. Hapo ndio mzazi sasa anakuwa like hakuna graduation, hakuna nini. So I think that's the first time that my parent came to the university to inquire like what's going on.
That was in which year?
That was in 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
By this time ulikuwa umemaliza a period of how many years in campus?
Ilikuwa 3 years. So nilikuwa nafaa nimalize. So around 2016 hapo mwisho, 2017 ndio mzazi ana realize. Because 2017 sasa ndio nilihand in the last project. Yeah. After ile sasa kufuatiliwa.
Sorry nilikuwa nataka kujua hii pesa, hii do yenye mlikuwa mnatoka nayo mnaenda out kubuy drinks and stuff, ulikuwa unaipata wapi aje? Because
at that time mzazi ningempigia nimwambie hii inahitajika shule, like project inahitajika, unamwambia project inahitajika like volume vitabu 4. So mzazi hapo anajitolea ile juu. Anabuy, but ni uongo. Yeah.
Okay, then when they came to school to inquire.
So when they came to school to inquire, nakumbuka Dean ndio mama alikuja kuona. Then venye aliongea na Dean, ndio Dean akaweza kumwambia akaitisha results zangu kutoka the what do we call it, pale reception. Then venye sa grades ilikam, ndio mama akaona the true picture of my grades. Alafu the Dean at that time maybe alikuwa roho safi, akasema atachukulia hiyo opportunity ya kunifuatilia.
Okay, then what did you do?
So then from there, the drinking wasn't too wild at that time, but we were going out. Bado unaambia mzazi, and parents at that time were okay. My mom she wasn't too strict. Yeah.
Alikuwa anakupatia ile freedom yako.
Alikuwa ananipa ile freedom yangu. Yeah. So nilikuwa naenda out. Then at around that time, I learned about how to maybe kujimekia do cryptocurrency trading and all that. So now that's what funded the real.
Hapo bado uko campus?
Hapo bado uko campus. Yeah.
Okay. When was too much, now too much?
Too much came immediately I graduated from campus and joined the Kenya School of Law.
Finally you are done with school.
Yeah. We graduate by the grace of God. Yeah. Then nikaingia Kenya School of Law. So Kenya School of Law, there's actually a kids where there's a so after classes tulikuwa tunatoka huko tunaenda kids. So huko ndio, that was the place where we used to start. Huko ndio tulikuwa tunaanzia like the pre-game.
Ulipata tena those friends?
Yes.
Ama they were the same from school?
Those friends from university, because most of them, as in law, our campus was in another side, another section, so we mostly used to stick together. Yeah. So at that time, sasa ndio tulishikana bado kwa Kenya School of Law, because most of us took a long time to clear. So year 2017 is when actually most of us tuliingia Kenya School of Law.
Okay.
So Kenya School of Law after classes, that was our hangout, tukaenda tunapatana huko. Yeah. So from there, it now came from the school setting to where now people started getting their own residences huko nje, because Kenya School of Law hakuwa na hostels at the time. So we would throw some wild parties whereby we would go, meet like in one house, and yeah, pombe ilikuwa kwa wingi.
Ile sasa mnaelewa tu mavijana. Bado mnaendelea, ilifika point gani sasa ndio ikakuwa worse? Because you being here, lazima kuna ilifika ile imepitisha sasa.
Okay, so ile imepitisha is now when I started making money for myself. Yeah. You know, there's nothing that now can stop you from doing what you want. Like, mzazi anakuuliza, but at that time nilikuwa nimesha move from home. So I was living my life nikiona venye mimi nataka. Ifika a point I'd go to a local at 8 a.m. in the morning.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. in the
Sasa watu
morning.
ndio wanapanguza panguza.
Kuamka kwenda kazi na nini.
Watu wengine wanaenda kazi
Yeah, that's the point I would wake up. Na hiyo ndio time ningeingia kwa bar sasa. Hapo ndio, na probably nimeingia kutoa lock ya jana.
Na uendi job kama you are making money from home?
I was making money from home. I was doing it all online from my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was no boundaries.
And you didn't have any responsibility?
I didn't have any responsibilities at the time. Yeah, so kiamka tu chai ilikuwa pombe. Then kidogo kidogo cigarettes were introduced. Started smoking cigarettes. I'd smoke like a packet a day. Yeah.
Because you could afford it.
Because I could afford it at the time.
No one is noticing?
At this time, no one is noticing because my physical appearance hasn't changed.
Oh, ulikuwa tu sawa?
Nilikuwa tu sawa. Because I think at the time I was eating well. But because pesa ilikuwa. But okay, at the end, it reached a point where by now that source of money ilikatika. That source of money iliisha, because you see, if you're spending, let's say, like 10,000 a day on alcohol and drugs.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. So you see the funds start coming down, and when the funds start coming down, you now look for other alternatives to get that money. Na sasa nikaingia into conmanship, like kupata hiyo pesa. Now I'd maybe tell a friend to come invest in this, but that's not the case.
Unamdanganya ni kitu haiko?
Ni kitu haiko. But namuonesha like you can invest your money here, here and here, but hiyo pesa, call my clique of friends na tunaenda kukunywa. Yeah.
Okay.
Then from then on, living that lifestyle, I started distancing myself from my parents. So mzazi hatakuwa tunaongea, ikakuwa like hatupatani.
Bado unaishi peke yako?
Hapo naishi peke yangu.
Hakuna connection, like hauna ile relationship yenye ilikuwa before kwenda home?
Yeah, kuna hiyo relationship ya kwenda home. So mama anajaribu kunitafuta, hata sichukui simu. Like I see her calls, I ignore.
Why?
Because I know she's already had the information that I've gone heavily into drinking. Hiyo Kenya School of Law hata sikumaliza, because now I'm not attending classes anymore. So my mom is like, your grades, your transcripts and everything, yeah.
Na ameinvest hapo?
Na ameinvest hapo, amelipa fees. Yeah.
Okay.
So kutoka hapo sasa, kafika tu point ile sasa nilikuwa nimehit, yani ile the last place. So when you hit the last place, mali mtu anafikirianga ni kurudi home. So I decided to go back home.
Nini li happen? Do ilikatika?
Do ziliishi.
Friends hawakuwa ama?
Sasa unajua that time, mi ndio nilikuwa tuseme nilikuwa na bankroll like most of them. Or let me say everyone, mi ndio nilikuwa na wabeba. So probably they now changed from being friends because we grew up together, we knew each other, and ikakuwa friendship ya, because I have money, that's why they tag along. So sasa venye pesa iliisha, so they all started abandoning me.
Sasa juu ile kitu ilikuwa inaweka hapo hakuna? Haiko
tena. So wakaanza kudisperse one by one. So at that point sasa nikaingia depression. So hiyo depression nilikuwa nakunywa, and at that time I'm like, no one loves me anymore. And because I had put that cloud that I'd already messed with my parents, I didn't want to call home, because my uncles, it was a tight-knit extended family. My uncles were very, you know, they were the men, because mom was a single mom. So they're kind of protecting their sister. So walikuwa like, ai wewe umesha choma, acha kusumbua mama yako, such stuff. So nilikuwa naona kurudi home itakuwa ngumu. So sasa I started depending on now those true friends who I never used to talk to, nawapigia, can I come crash at your place maybe for 2 days. So ikafika mahali nikasema hapana, hii si maisha, need to talk to my mom. So hapo ndio nikaongea na mom, and being a parent, she took me back.
That was after how long?
That's after a span of like, let's say, first year of Kenya School of Law. So that's like 2017 ikiingia 18 sasa.
Yani ulitake how long bila kuongea na mama yako? Kuna time ulikuwa umeshut off kila mtu?
It was a period of like 8 months.
8 months?
Yeah.
Not even months. Talking to hata sister yako?
Hata sister yangu atuongei.
Ako hiyo time ako how old?
She was younger, so she was still in, she was in primary at the time.
Maybe hata ange understand.
Ange understand at that time. Yeah.
Now you went back home.
So I went back home, nikaambia mom, yeah, I know I've messed, but at least I got my degree. And my mom was still willing, because now I'm a man of age, nafaa kuwa na my own standing. So akanitake back kwa nyumba yake, akanisaidia kutafuta job, na nikapata job poa.
Kwa law firm mama?
Mi nilienda, as much as nilifanya law, I didn't practice. I ventured more into finance was my thing. So I got a job at a financial institution. So that's in 2018. So that's now when the money has come back. And
sasa unapata salo.
Sasa salo inaingia, kila kitu inaingia. So that's when now I made a new bunch of friends. A new clique of friends who now wao wako pia na shida ya pesa, cause
ni wote mnawaka. Si
wote tunawaka sasa, but at the same time watu sasa walikuwa wanatumia hard drugs. Now it wasn't alcohol anymore, ilikuwa cocaine. It was things like LSD, acid, such stuff, those heavy drugs. So like there's one instance I remember, I took that LSD acid, it's a tablet, unaiweka tu kwa nini alafu ina dissolve.
Unaweka tu kwa mdomo.
Kwa mdomo, unaiweka hapo alafu ina dissolve. So immediately nilichukua hiyo pill, like na bado tulikuwa tunakunywa alcohol at the same time. It's like you go into a trance. Like I felt like I was hovering in the skies. That was the actual feeling. That time we were in a club. We were in a club. There's a members club that we used to go to. Yeah. So when you look at your club, like since all these guys are high rollers, like I was now trying to fit in, because salo yangu yote ilikuwa inaenda kwa hizo drugs. So these are drugs zenye zikuwa cheap, ni drugs. Probably LSD tablet inaweza cost kama 5k. Yeah.
5k.
5,000.
Tablet moja.
Tablet moja.
Okay.
Yeah. So from then on, when nilichukua hiyo pill, I just remember I felt like I was hovering in the skies, seeing the stars. And at that moment, I felt as if I left my body. So
lazima ilikuwa weird first time.
It was weird the first time, but that one, it proved a bit too heavy for me. So I never went back to that. Nikasema, let me stick to the known, which is alcohol. Yeah. So same thing, alcohol. And sasa maybe I introduce cocaine, because cocaine used to feel like it dims the alcohol, so you can drink for longer periods. Okay. Yeah.
And you were smoking too? And
I was still smoking at that time. So I think there's a point now, it started affecting my job, because let's say I'd leave work on Friday, it's payday, and that payday being on a Friday, we agree that tunaenda out na mabeste, na mabeste tu ofisi. So tukienda, sasa Monday hao kireport, mi Monday bado naendelea. So for 3 days I've not shown up in the office. Sijapiga simu kuambia mkubwa la singi. So it was just like a trance. It was just like living a lie. Yeah. And then at the same time, nakumbuka mom ndio alinisaidia kutafuta hiyo job. So mom pia ako concerned, ananipigia na let down at the same time. Yeah, and so because of all that nikapoteza job tena.
Hiyo sasa ni job imeisha pia.
Hiyo job sasa.
Hujamaliza law school?
Sijamaliza Kenya School of Law. Yeah, but nimemaliza, at least niko na degree. Sasa venye hiyo job iliisha, hapo sasa ndio now the real problem started. And that time now my mom has had enough. She can't take me back home anymore, because she's given me enough chances. So sasa ikabidi nikaenda nikaongea na Shosh. Najua family ndio unarudingi vitu zikiwa zimechomeka. So Shosh akanisaidia a dwelling place. Now that's when I moved back to Kangemi.
Okay, sasa your Shosh anaishi Kangemi?
Shosh anaishi Kangemi.
Ukaenda huko?
Yeah. So sasa kwenda huko, Shosh akanipea hao, akanipea place ya kuishi. But then sasa hiyo time sina job. So I started a small farming project, at least ya kujisustain. But at the same time, niko na ile nini, I still want to drink. And at that time I don't have the funds. So I start going to these locals now, whereby unaweza pata alcohol maybe 100 shillings. So unaenda unapata probably keg, which is 50. So now you've gone now to the cheaper to the cheap.
At least unaweza afford.
Yeah, at least unaweza afford, not to the cheap liquor. So from there on, that's when it started spiraling down. Because now I have no income. The alcoholism got so bad that
You want to drink, you
I
have
just
no
want to
money.
drink all the time. So sasa ikafika point naanza kuibia shosho. Yeah. So I go to shosho's pass, pinch 1,000. Go to shosho's pass, pinch 2,000. Then nikipinch sasa hiyo pesa mali naenda ni kukunywa. That being Kangemi home. People know me. People know kina shosho. So shosho anasikia reports that ukijana ameenda amenunuliana pombe, and shosho remembering that I don't have a job. I don't have, anatoa wapi pesa na kuna zenye zinaenda missing kwake.
Pesa yake inapotea.
Yeah. So hapo vitu, the dots are being zinashikanishwa. So yeah, ikafika point sasa za time tunakunywa hadi you literally the last step kwa nyumba ni kuanguka ndani. Na nalalapo hadi asubuhi. So ikafika point sasa it became a bit too much. So now when Shosho found out, and now she started locking her house and everything.
Na wewe unaishi hapo.
Na mimi
wewe ulikuwa umemstress.
Nilikuwa nimemstress sana. Sasa hadi ameanza kubeba funguo kila mahali. So it reached to a point whereby now family relationships are also coming bad. And
This time, what is your mom saying?
My mom is just praying to God. My mom believes in God and she's reserved. Yeah. So as much as akona stress, yake ni kuniombea na kuniambia please try to change. Yeah.
Mlikuwa mnaongea?
Tulikuwa tunaongea at that time. But my uncles were the enforcers at the time. Yeah. So hao ndio walikuwa nakuja na ile.
Hata wakikuja yani au kwa shook, hakuna kitu ilikuwa inakumove.
Hakuna kitu ilikuwa inanimove your time, but ulikuwa unaenda missing bad because you don't want that hiyo makelele. At the time I used to see it as noise in my ears. Yeah. So ikafika point I started getting arrested because of probably fights in the club. Yeah. So unafika mahali mmekunywa, unaanza kuvurugana huko kwa club. Polisi wanaitwa. So mkapigia my mom mara ya kwanza. She came and bailed me out. Mara ya pili akasema sikuja, akatuma pesa. Now the third time she was like, I'm not bailing you out of this one. Enough is enough. So this one ikafika hadi part nilienda kotini sasa. Ile like tukapewa fine and everything. And me having no money, ikafika point that inabidi ni industrial area. But I thank God I kufika that point because mom, I don't know, at the last point alikama kanitoa, and that's now how I ended up here. Yeah.
So venye mama alikuja kakutoa, alikuongelesha?
Aliniongelesha, but then I didn't make that decision immediately. So sasa hapo ndio nikajaribu nikamwambia mom nisaidie hii na hii, I restart my life. Nikahamia sasa a different area thinking that friends ndio walikuwa wana ni bring to that. But sasa venye nilihama hiyo side, mimi nikaenda nikakaa side za Kahawa West.
Ulikuwa unaishi peke yako?
Kahawa West, hiyo time nilikuwa naishi peke yangu, but nikapata a girlfriend at the time. But sasa unajua all this time, at least nimeanza kurudi stable. So nilikuwa nimeacha pombe for a while.
Ulikuwa umeregret?
Nilikuwa nimeregret.
Ni kuregret ama ni do iliisha?
Do ilikuwa, it's kind of both. It's kind of both. But most of sasa nikikuja kujijaji ilikuwa pesa imeisha. Because kaya ilikuwa regret, singerudia pombe tena. Because I still came back to alcohol again.
So now umemove, umeenda Kahawa West?
Umeenda Kahawa West.
Umeanza kudate, you have a girlfriend?
I have a girlfriend at the time.
She drinking too, ama you both drinking, ama what happened?
Yes, we were both drinking at the time, but mine was, yangu haikuwa na control. Yeah, at least alikuwa nakunywa na maintain.
Okay.
So mi ndio nilikuwa nikikunywa, as inaleta vurugu, it's like
Kwa club?
Hata si kwa nyumba. Hata kwa nyumba. Na yeye. So the point came whereby sasa memory loss. Unajua ukikunywa ile sana, unaambiwa wangu ulifanya kitu jana and you're like,
It was that bad?
It was that bad. And you're like,
sikufanya.
Siwezi kuwa nilifanya kitu kaa hiyo. So at the last point sasa, it came to an allegation that kama nilimgonga. And the way nilikuwa bring you up na mom was like, you can never lay your hands on a woman, it's not right. So Hey, nikaanza kujishuku, but she had a mark, so I was like...
You were drunk at that time?
I was drunk and I can't remember. So that's when now I made that call to my mom and I told her that I need help. Yeah, I need to stop drinking because where I'm going now naelekea kwa shimo, because it just kept on going. The standards kept on lowering and lowering and lowering. Hadi sasa nikaanza kunywa changa. Juu sasa sina do. Yeah, actually that time that girlfriend, I would say that she's at a point ilifika ndio ilianza kunichunga.
She was working? She
was working, yes. Yeah.
So, mka separate?
Because of the alcohol and because of that, what transpired that year.
Ulikuwa violent
and I can't remember.
You've never been violent before?
I've never been violent to a woman before, no. But limits zake zilifika hapo, so I had to make a decision, because as in at my age, thinking of where some of the friends when nilikuwa now university walikuwa, wengine changed along the way, they have families, some are working in law firms, I even see some on TV, and I was like, can't continue like this. I need to...
This should be me, Ama. This could be me.
This could be me, yes. But yeah, I need now to take the right path. And yeah, because my plans were not being an alcoholic in life. Yeah, but circumstances at times nafikanga hapo.
So you call your mom and you say, I need help, nataka to change.
I called her and I told her this time I want to change. It's not like the other times. This one came from me now, wanting to change, because actually I've been to rehab before. And that time...
You've been before?
Yes.
How old were you?
That was in 2019.
Oh,
that was in 2019. I was still... No, that time I was working.
You were working?
I was working. I cleared in 2017, so that time I was working. And at that time I think it was more because of depression rather than... Okay, coupled with substance abuse, the alcoholism now. So I decided to take myself to rehab. That time I was covered. Yeah, but the rehab I went to, if I think of it, they were just maybe after your money, because they never really used to talk to us. It was just a place maybe to go for you to sit and...
Change environment.
Change environment. But so that didn't work out. Because day one when I came out, and back to the drink. Yeah.
You stayed there for like a
period of 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then day one, went back to my old friends, called them up, told them I've missed them. How I'll try to control my alcohol, but that was a complete fail. Yeah.
Okay. Now you call your mom. Unasema unataka ku change sasa.
Yeah, so nikapigia mom, nikamwambia I need to change. Kamuuliza, do you know of any place mali naweza enda